You wanna do the intro? Yeah.
No. All right. Hello. This is Unravel Two. I'm ceebs5. Next to me, I have.
I'm ripWSB.
And we. He said ripWSB. We're playing Unravel 2 here. Thank you so much, Amber, for that Mario Kart. That was a ton of fun to watch. Thank you very much.
Yeah, if anybody wants to go play Mario Kart right now,
we don't blame you.
Yeah, we don't blame you.
Have fun.
We're going to be trying to ignore the urge to do that. So.
Yeah. So we are in a category called RMS, where we are not going to be skipping this first level or doing any skateboard skip in the second one.
Yeah, we'll kind of talk about that as we go. You can.
In the meantime, let's get started.
Yeah,
I'm anxious.
It's a lot of weird stuff that we're skipping, but.
Well, yeah, let's go. All right.
All right, you want to count it down?
Count it down for 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you.
So yeah, there's a couple really big skips in any percent. One of them being one where you completely skip chapter 1, and there's 7 chapters, so it's nice. So it's a pretty big chunk of the run that you can skip. So we won't be doing that. And then there's a potential pretty random skip you can do in chapter 2 that we will not be doing as well. Oh, I thought we were gonna do it again.
Yeah. So what you saw us there do at the first, we call it tangling.
A good start.
Yep. Tangles happen kind of everywhere because we are doing this move called a zoop, which closes large distances and gets us together, which helps massively, but can also hinder massively as well. So we have to be a bit strategic about it. But sometimes the yarnies just love to flip, and when they flip, we tend to tangle. So look out for those.
Yeah. So the zoop. And if you cancel it mid-zoop, so if you have one yarny traveling in the air to the other, you can stop it. And those two are going to be pretty much what we do the whole run.
We're calling those zoop cancels. So zoop cancels, that's going to be the bulk of our tricks here.
So utilizing those is what's going to help us kind of create our own solutions to a bunch of puzzles in the game and do things that you normally probably wouldn't do on a casual playthrough.
Here we go.
And then what ceebs was saying about the front flip is if you do a cancel while you're front flipping, it will like yeet the yarnies and you can get some crazy distances. And that's where one of the skips, like the big one in chapter 1, utilizes a front flip ground fling, and we call them flings when you cancel on a front flip. And it's pretty wild looking.
And pretty unpredictable. So we're not going to be doing flings today. We're going a little comfier, more reliable category here. Still a lot of fun.
Yeah, and flings are unpredictable as far as like how far you go. The setup is always the same. It requires just a front flip and a zoop and a cancel. But sometimes the game interacts weirdly with the physics. And there will be times where we've gotten a fling that'll shoot us to the end of a chapter, and other times it'll shoot us to
the same
beginning
spot
of the chapter.
Yeah, or sometimes it's a kind of reliable spot, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is a pretty average spot to land. So it's kind of a somewhere in between a lot of the times. What am I doing?
I don't know. We're doing our thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the no major skips category, like the basic one, you don't go out of bounds, and that's what separates it from what we're doing today. And we'll just be going out of bounds and being able to skip cutscenes and stuff. So I guess no major skips is nice because it gives you a little bit more of a break while you're running. Mm-hmm. You're not constantly trying to move around, and you get those cutscenes to kind of give you a little bit of a breather.
So about those cutscenes, there is a story to this game, yet nobody has really figured out, like, confidently what the story is about. What we have figured out is that there is a child in some sort of care facility, foster care, orphanage, something like that, and it is a very unpleasant and situation for this person, and finds a friend and is able to find joy and adventure and life with this friend. So as we're going through, you will see kind of like these mirage characters acting out in the background, a bit of the story, but there is no dialogue or anything. And these yarnies, we kind of like to think of them as like guides or guardian angels or something, just little creatures that kind of that aid them along their way.
Yeah, it's one of these kind of ambiguous, kind of make it what you want stories where you can see some stuff going on in the background, but they don't explicitly tell you what is going on.
Which is fun. You can extrapolate what you need there.
Yeah.
So the first level is definitely a intro to all of the things that we'll be using. A lot of swinging, obviously lots of platforming. So the first level is pretty straightforward.
Which is why we're kind of glad that in 80% we can skip it, because it's not necessarily our favorite.
There are chapters that are a lot of fun, and I'd be more sad to skip those ones.
But it does introduce you to all the kind of the core game mechanics, and for a casual playthrough, it's a pretty good way to dip your toes in the water, get your yarn wet. So
this is we're playing co-op, obviously. For single player, you have to swap back and forth between the two yarnies, so you're controlling both of them.
Oh no.
Okay, we made it.
Sad.
We're supposed to make it to the top, but we're bailing in the bucket. That is something that we probably our newest way to get vertical is we're calling it the goat climb. If anybody played Guacamelee, it might make sense to you. They have a move called the goat climb, which is just going up walls. So that is one that we will find us using quite a bit.
Yeah. It's also goat because in the solo run, it allows for you to climb walls that otherwise you couldn't do. Because you can't do the zoops in solo. And that, is a huge difference in the run and what you're able to do. But we stumbled upon somebody posting a video of on console. Somebody was just running up the walls and doing what we later called the goat climber. I think the YouTuber was somebody named Neo Phenom, so we either call it Neo climbing or goat climbing, but
one of the two. But we found that video a whole year later after
the person had submitted the video.
And it was just kind of in the bowels of YouTube, and we came across it and we were able to put it in runs. We have a couple other ways to get up walls. We have something we call the G boost, and those are really the only two that are of any use.
Yeah, just using zoop cancels with walls to kind of help timing and get a little bit extra height.
That is the main purpose of these zoop cancels, is we just need like a little bit more height, just a bit, and then we can skip quite a bit of stuff.
And if you've never, Googled or YouTubed your speed run of choice along with glitch or anything like that, I suggest doing that in case you can find some, even if it's just funny stuff.
Yeah.
Find some things that maybe you haven't seen or thought to try.
Yeah, that was kind of the inception of G Boost. There was
here's the one kid.
Yeah.
Not looking super great. Doesn't look a little bit stressed out. So we're assuming it's not a good situation.
Yeah, and this is also the levels where they introduce to you I guess is the enemy, which is kind of like these smoky, burny things that...
Flaming dust bunnies, I think, is what somebody's...
I like flaming dust bunnies.
Called them before.
Accurate.
So we're gonna do a goat climb, and this is one already breaking...
I'm holding.
Come on. Breaking the difference between no major skips and our category of going out of bounds.
Any of that webbing you see, we're supposed to solve a puzzle and clear out.
So we're gonna try and do a little bit of
Not quite. I'm gonna hold.
Yeah, that's smart. So you can make it over that steam with a better swing. It's kind of tough in this category because you don't have a whole lot of space to work with. So we'll just do this.
That was my
I guess
mistake.
we should have talked about who's gonna stop.
That was my mistake.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Okay. It's usually we're, ideally not over there. So we're gonna try again. Here we go.
Yeah, this is another one where we skip a room, drop it down. All right, we got over this one.
That wasn't bad. Okay.
Get out of this little hole.
So,
and this probably isn't saving a whole lot of time, but
You could-
it's just something to do. There's a cutscene here that we'll skip by just zooping at the right time.
blink.
Pretty easy one. There's a couple of spots like that where it's
Goat
just a
climb.
matter of zooping to get past
Okay.
it.
These goat climbs. All right.
Yeah, they're pretty. So for that one, you have to hold like the button to keep the string taut between the two yarnies. You have to hold up and then jump all at the same time. And if you're off a little bit with your
Angle.
your left joystick, my bad.
You're fine.
Then yeah, that one gets. You either just jump off the wall or you slide down it. So
Yeah, there's a lot of just jumping off the wall. It's not very pleasant.
and then throw in the fact that you both have to do the same thing correctly. So
Yeah.
like the co-op run is great and also bad at the same time because you both have to be on point. If you got one person just having a bad day or an off day, then
Yeah.
you're kind of screwed.
You gotta
because
call it.
You really rely on one another to
Not gonna get anything done.
do
really.
your part. Yeah. It's one thing when the run was just zoops and you just kind of both do the thing, and if somebody makes it, then the other one zoops. But now there's a lot more of a.
Oh, I thought.
It's a true co-op run, and I think
Yes.
that's what makes it really fun for us, at least.
And the P swings is a great example of that because I am very focused on the length of the string and how I'm grabbing the knot and at what length, and also how high I swing. If I swing too far back, if when rip comes out, it's just going to be all wobbly and wonky, and we're not going to get very far. Rip over here is focusing on when to come out, at what length, and then we just have to hurl each other across
And
the stage.
P swings are just partner swings.
Yes.
So you normally, if there's like a ledge or something, you can drop down and you can hold on to your other yarny. And then there's also knots throughout the game, kind of like the first Unravel game,
Swag?
if anybody's done it.
Not
Oh,
quite.
nice. And so if you kind of combine a knot with a partner swing, I guess it's still a partner swing. So it's like a knot, but you're using the yarny in the middle as a kind of a leverage and
Another anchor point
Yeah.
between.
and
Alright.
we found that you can get really beefy swings that way. And by utilizing the zoop at the end, you can conserve that swing momentum. And there's not a whole lot of spots that it's my bad.
I fell.
That it's super useful for. In the very last chapter, it really comes into play, but it can allow, especially in this category, to go out of bounds in a couple spots, which is kind of nice. But 2 is a long chapter.
2 is one of the longest. Oh, I made it.
You made it. I kind of held up.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
We could always climb over this stuff, but
Yeah.
and that's the thing. There's so many different ways to do each of these puzzles now.
Oops.
Especially in the 80% in this category, you have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, there's like a bazillion different ways to solve each and every one of these puzzles now, which I like. It's customizable. You can choose the trick that you're comfortable with and just spam it all over the game.
And then there's also, we like to play separate and both be playing throughout most of the run. If you don't like it, or you have somebody that's better at certain things, you can what we call backpack and just kind of hang out and merge to the other yarny and basically play a lot of this as a one-player game.
That is a big advantage when there's a lot of dangerous things trying to kill you, like in chapter 5. Nope. Not gonna make it. And then it's a lot safer to just play together. And then there's other ways when you can play separately, and then you kind of have like a safety net just in case you need to zoop to someone. So the strategy of being together and being apart is pretty significant. But even when it's smart to be together, a lot of the times we don't do it because sometimes we're not smart.
There's a funny little spot where you have to wait for the scene to play out before you can move.
Not even
Way
close.
So this one's kind of a small little tangle where we can undo ourselves, and there are points in the game where if you tangle, you can either be close to a checkpoint or close to like the next transition zone. So even if you do tangle, you sometimes can make it work. So that's another thing, is just to know when you need to restart the checkpoint, or whether you're good, whether you're not good.
What the?
Whether it eats your jump.
Right.
So here's a little peace wing where she's connected to the knot, and then I'm connected to her, and we kind of do a big old swing.
Okay. I'm gonna remember. Hiya.
Let's grab.
Oh no.
Alright, this is how you do this. Nice.
Okay, well, we got on top of it. Very good.
And even though we think we know what these zoops are going to do, sometimes we get a random result.
Yeah.
And at least keeps things interesting.
Truly. Also, one of the fun things at the beginning of the game, you can change the colors of your Yarny. Usually Rip and I play as red and yellow. We chose red and green, hopefully for obvious reasons. But I'm liking it. I like the combo. Boink. That was scary.
Yeah, and that's a big tangle spot for us. Ooh, that's a big death spot.
Bummer. Good checkpoint though, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stress about it.
Oh, okay. Who's next?
Okay, well, I'm backpacking, so you're next. Usually, I tend to backpack when I fail something because I get grumpy and I don't want to do it. So, thanks, Rip.
Alright, we're gonna be trying for a kind of difficult zoop cancel section right here.
Kinda. yeah,
We'll
kinda.
be trying to get boosted up
Nope, let me try one more.
on the edge of that. Alright, let's get up.
Okay, well, we tried.
So you can make your way up there with just zoop cancels. I think if you do it correctly the first time, you can save about 5 seconds over what we just did. But the person on the left's got to stand on that very edge of the little vent, and then the person on the right's got to not get tangled, and it's...
Also, I would love to tell you that every time you press zoop, that it zoops 100% of the time. That is not true, though. There are times where you're like, I'm holding zoop. What is going on? So, yeah, just a thing that you have to deal with. Also, zoops are not intended. That is...
Yeah, you actually have to turn off. There's an auto grab feature. So when you start a fresh file, like when you first start up the game, you can't zoop, which we were trying to, we played through the game and then tried to do what we had seen in some of the speed runs, and we're like, how do you guys zoop? Like, what is going on? What's the trick? And it turns out you have to turn this one feature off
in the menu.
Yeah.
So you and we had no idea. So I think because it's maybe not intended, that sometimes it just misfires, which is fair.
Yeah, we can't be super mad at the game
when
we're trying to break the crap out of it.
Yeah.
What we did there is we quit the main menu after completing a chapter. After the chapter 1, if you quit and continue, you still watch the cutscene where you get into the lighthouse. But for 2 through 7, once you get out of a chapter, there's little like sparkly collectibles in each chapter that you can collect, and when you return from the chapter and complete it, they kind of shoot out into paintings and kind of paint the paintings.
Kind of
So by quitting
revealing more story, and it's very beautiful and nice, but takes time.
So by quitting and continuing, when you're either on PC or with a solid state drive, you can cut down a lot on the time that you have to wait. If you're playing on just a regular hard drive on console, then it can save sometime, but also can lose you sometime because the load times are pretty slow. But it depends on if you want to watch the little cutscene or if you just want to do something in the meantime. So here we're going to be trying to cancel over an invisible wall and skip a tiny cutscene. 2, 1, go.
You're over?
Nice.
Oof.
So there's the wall that we went over, and it will
It'll collapse, yeah.
Go away. We get a bit of a weird lighting shift because the game wasn't sure what's going on. And it's just a small little cutscene, but it is something to skip.
Yep.
So anytime we can save a little bit of time.
Also, kick percent, shout out to Senator Sen. Scorpion Sen. Senator Sen.
Senator.
Yes. Hedgehog.
And then in this next little room, there's a small cutscene, and then we'll be zoop canceling out of a barn. So instead of doing the puzzle, which is actually pretty quick now with the zoop cancels.
Yeah.
We're just gonna kind of make our way up the wall.
So this is the black webbing. The game wants us to get on to those sparkles onto the table, one on each side, and then the webbing will fall and the barn door will open, which is great, but we're just gonna go over the wall.
We will see that in the next chapter, and you can see what it looks like. There's like 2 little portal looking things. They kind of look like what we go into at the end of the chapter. And when we both have a Yarny in each one, it does like this big spark, and then something happens in the level and you can see what's going on.
Long.
We're fine.
Okay. Yeah. I lied. Most of the time we go for those in sections where we have to run a lot, and running just takes a very long time.
Yeah.
It's the slowest way to move in this game, so just try to cut out as much running as possible.
Anytime you can swing, it's going to be moving quicker than just running on the ground. So like coming out of that barn in any percent, we actually do the puzzle inside the barn, because when you get out of the barn, you get like 4 or 5 front flips in a row. And then in any percent, you can use those to do a fling. And so
we skip over the entire running part basically, and on to the next puzzle.
And then some, depending on if we get a good fling.
Yeah, nice one.
But yeah, ground flings, and you can use partner swings to make yourself front flip in the air. So that is where initially the partner swings were super helpful, was in any percent, because you could create fling situations. So you would just be having ground flings and air flings like the whole run, trying to find spots. But they are a little bit helpful, and no major skips in this category for just covering more ground quickly. Oh, I forgot to skip the bird.
Oh,
dang.
That's okay. So here we have the grouse. This is terrifying. He's a very mean bird, and fun fact, based off of a real story, there was a news broadcast about a grouse attacking a news reporter, and it was going around. That
I didn't go far enough.
All right, doing the Empire stat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the grouse attack based on a true story, and they include it in the game.
Yeah.
It's a nice little touch.
It is a good little touch. All right.
So yeah, we were trying to zoop through that can. It's a bit of a hard trick, and you don't really need to do it anymore because it doesn't save time, but
no, it's not a smart thing to do, but I like to do it.
And here we're gonna try for a kind of risky partner swing.
A little short. Up high.
Where's the bird?
Where is the bird? Oh, there he is. Where am I going? Okay. Sometimes I forget I'm green.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what we get for using different colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm used to looking for a yellow blur. Oh, that's nice of him.
And then we're gonna be trying to mess with the bird.
We're getting our revenge.
Yeah, losing a bit of time, but it's kind of funny for us, so We're gonna see if we can glitch out the bird. Oh! I'm gonna go and restart it.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Not like that. So I'm trying to land on a smaller piece of platform there. I just missed it. Overshot it.
So by going back and then kind of doing the same thing, the camera kind of pans back in and zooms in a bit, and then hopefully...
Oh,
he
he's stuck
the
a
wrong
different way. That always happened. Okay.
That's sad.
All right, well, there he is, stuck.
If the bird's stuck the other way, then at the end of the chapter, you can potentially have two birds kind of running by. So it's a bit of a shame.
Either way, it's still fun to see him get all messed up, all glitched out. And you can go down there and run around him, and he...
Yeah, once you glitch him out and he's stuck in that, like, a weird animation, it can no longer hurt you, so you can just run around it and throw your string in its face and...
Yeah. Yep, do whatever you want. It's good fun.
Get back at it for killing you so many times.
Yep. And it doesn't just kill you, it yeets you. It is so violent.
It can actually, like, grab the Yarny and throw you into a checkpoint, like a checkpoint further ahead. So very rarely it does help you, but most of the time it's just devastating.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Story-wise, there was a bit of a barn burner, I guess, a party going on, and
Yeah.
then chapter 4, you see the kids kind of just going through nature.
Yeah, just kind of being kids and enjoying the natural scenery. And
Yeah.
these are my favorite levels. 3 and 4. They're just fun and pleasant.
There's a pretty decent platforming sections in both, and they're nice and short too.
Yeah.
Which it's been nice that there are individual levels that you can run. So if you don't want to, spend an hour and a half playing the whole game, you can do a chapter at a time. And there's 20 challenge levels, which are actually like legit challenging
For
too.
real.
There's 4, or I guess 8 per like main section of the lighthouse.
There is also a challenge run, which is pretty fun, but it is challenging. Dang. Yeah.
So this is where we each land in one of the little sparkle zones, and then we get that flash of lightning. And then this little sparkle kind of goes and distracts the shadowy figures in the back to let the kids kind of get away.
We would skip this, but on the other side of the tree is the void.
Yeah, we haven't quite figured out how to get to this next section.
We're not sure where it is.
If we could, we would.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, that's not gonna make it.
So here's a kind of risky partner swing to try and get up to the next level.
Oh, that was high.
We should be good.
Okay.
Then we're gonna be trying another partner swing. Not great.
Not great, but we're also trying to do it fast. There's a balance.
But again, that's just instead of jumping down the log and then running over, so.
Yeah. We at least made it over to the log, which is great.
There's a nifty little... I mean, the whole game is basically just zoop cancel after zoop cancel.
Yeah, so if there is if you're ever looking for a 2-player game, whether someone loves to play video games or someone who's less comfortable, I definitely suggest this one. It's a good one. I like it.
I thought you were gonna come out in the air. So this next spot, we're gonna be trying to do a big partner swing, and this will hopefully skip just a bunch of smaller swings, like normal swings. So we'll see what happens.
I'm okay with that.
Not even close. All right, but we still got pretty close.
And we're skipping a tiny, tiny little cutscene of watching some birds fly over the mountains. It's beautiful and great, and we're not ruining it for you, so you're welcome.
Yeah, this run is just to try and... Okay. Make sure you don't... Like, if you want to play the game and enjoy it...
We have not ruined any puzzles for
We're
you.
trying not to, yeah. Like, you can still figure out the puzzles on your own.
Yeah.
The challenge levels are really where it's at.
Yeah. You really have to use your noodle.
Some of those took us quite a while to figure out.
Yep.
Please.
I'm gonna pull. Okay. Yeah.
See if we can not tangle.
I'm scared. I'm gonna swing back.
Probably not a bad idea.
Safety.
Here we just do some partner swings just to kind of try and speed up the process, although easier said than done.
Is it going? Okay, I didn't know. Alright, so that fish is going to want to eat us now.
And there is a way to skip. There's like a chase scene kind of with the fish where you're jumping from lily pads, and there is a way to skip the fish by just zooping at a right time, but there's a weird interaction with the fish that we're gonna try and get. So we're gonna bring him out and try and glitch him out, kind of like the bird.
Yeah, just like the bird. How the bird has messed with us so many times. This is our revenge. Not this one, right?
Next one.
Next one. Thank you.
Come on, fish. Where are you? Okay.
There he is. All right. So
yeah.
by skipping the ore we'd usually grab on, it'd come down, it'd whack the fish. Fish is dead. Good fun. But now, fish is alive.
So it's not supposed to be down here.
No.
Obviously.
Okay.
Oh, I think tangled.
Yeah. Okay.
Shit just gone.
I know.
I'm gonna hit the thing. Oh no.
We're okay.
And hopefully, if we get really lucky, there'll be a surprise at the end of this chapter.
Let's see if it happens. We may have taken a little bit too long.
We're not sure what causes it to happen, so
sure.
Let's see.
Yay!
Sweet. All right, that's
Unravel 2, everybody. All right.
it's we're not sure. Yeah, again, why that happens, but we're thankful.
We're thankful that it does.
It was a very pleasant surprise the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. You can also get under that boathouse and see that fish swimming around and.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool out of bounds stuff that we've been exploring for any percent runs. There's a
lot of it doesn't help, but it's still good fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's all these parts of the chapter are kind of split up and trying to connect pieces, like how in chapter 1 the end of the chapter is actually to the left of where you start.
Yeah.
And with the flings we're able to yeet ourselves over to that ending. So
we're still trying to get a sense of the layout of the levels, and we get a sense. How we get that sense is by flinging ourselves anywhere possible.
Climbing every wall that you can, see where it leads.
Yeah.
2 is really interesting because there's a lot of up and down.
Yeah.
You'll kind of
in
go
1
up
there's
into
the underground section is actually way above our heads.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
So yeah, you start out in 1, kind of go into that little like cave area, and then the cave is actually like way the heck up there in the sky. Because if you get out of bounds in the cave, you actually drop down to where you first start. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
How they've had the chapters laid out. And chapter 5 is made up of a lot of big sections. This and chapter 2 are 2 of the longer chapters in the speedrun.
Chapter 5 has always been my least favorite. There's been some of them where I've been like, this one's my least favorite, but then I learned to love it. I'm looking at you, chapter 6, but chapter 5, I've never learned to love, truly.
This particular category is kind of nice because we get to skip a couple of spots that otherwise are kind of tedious and a bit of a pain in the butt, so
yeah,
that is the one thing that this category provides over no major skips, is the ability to potentially skip some hard stuff.
Some like really annoying really annoying stuff.
So we're gonna use that goat climb, skip the forklift that you usually would use to get up, and then
just gonna go over these guys that want to kill you.
When in doubt, zoop cancel it out.
Yeah.
But pretty straightforward. And try and go climb over the invisible wall.
Let's try for
We should
funsies.
get there quicker.
I know the walking is Hey. Just tell me when.
Let's do it.
Now? I've jumped off again. Okay, we'll practice that.
A lot of platforming and kind of solo-ish stuff in Chapter 5, which is another reason it's not one of our favorites, just because most of it, is either one of us is going to be backpacking a lot.
Or it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
One of the two.
If you want to tangle, then by all means, a fake first cycle.
Yeah.
There is a way to go climb up the left side of that pipe that we're kind of bouncing off of, but it's a little bit difficult to get to, so we kind of put that one on the back burner for now.
Okay, don't
You
jump.
can just jump. Oh, that's fine. But there are some decent zoop cancel spots to skip some puzzles.
Yes.
I guess we could just say that for every chapter.
Right.
And I guess this is where the kids kind of start their trespassing.
Oh, yes. So this is the part that's kind of unclear. So they are trespassing into this factory.
They're like villain arc.
We think it's an ammunitions factory. We have no idea why they're there. But they do get caught.
Yeah, for that one scene where we were trying to go over the wall, you saw the little boy kind of get taken away. And later on, you don't see him get out of the room because we're going to be skipping that part.
They do get out.
Yeah, they do get out, don't worry.
Thanks to the help of our Yarny friends.
We actually, I think, caused the part of the factory to like fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I stayed down here.
My bad.
Alright, I'm gonna
That's
get
fine.
some. Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
I was about to say, we have a good swing because we
That setup
spent
was
a lot of time.
I know.
But a lot of running. Oh no.
He sounded so disappointed.
There is a problem with partner swings where sometimes you can go past the checkpoint, and also with zooping. And if you don't trigger a checkpoint marker, then it could set you back pretty far. So there is some risk in doing these speedrun strats.
Yeah, and we have shot ourselves in the foot lots of times.
So as long as you know like the risks that are involved with whatever strat you're trying to do.
This is one of my favorite things to skip.
Alright, we're good.
Because I don't like doing it, so...
And we'll be going for a partner swing coming up that's pretty dangerous as far as the risk versus reward. So the risk is great, but the reward is... No. Well, yeah, I guess the risk is great too. The reward is great, but the risk is...
It's there.
I guess it's worth it.
I guess it's worth it. We think it is, at least.
But...
Until it's not.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Alright, I'm gonna be safe here. Usually I don't like backpacking here, but for obvious reasons, it's very deathy around here. I'm gonna be safe.
And there's a really cool ground fling now on 80% where we can skip pretty much the last like minute and a half that we've been playing. Ooh. Nah, I'm not gonna go.
Oh! Ooh. Scary!
It's always like just the regular parts of the game that screw us up. Nice.
Yeah!
You can try the new stuff?
Let's try it. Okay, we're gonna try something new that we were just fleshing out like 2 days ago. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, changing it.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, that's fine.
That's not what we were fleshing out, but
Alright, here's the scary part. Oh, okay, not doing that either.
There's a checkpoint down here, and if we don't get this checkpoint, we get sent back to someone was playing this and called them deep fryers, so we call them deep fryers now. It sends us to the beginning of that, and I really don't like that part, so it's really wanted that checkpoint. I was very happy that we got through there without dying.
Yeah, gaming on the fly where that did not go as we were expecting, but we didn't die, so we'll take it.
Yeah. But that P-swing, sorry about that. I just left that P-swing in the dust.
And that's the joy of co-op. Sometimes you get surprises.
I got nervous. Deep fryers at an ammo factory, yeah. It's a classic combination that hopefully never exists anywhere except video games.
Yours don't have deep fryers, and you need to make a request. Oh, there's the kid in the background.
Ah, yes. You see him in like this office.
Yeah.
Talking to OSHA.
Yeah, he's not getting out. Or at least you don't see him get out. He does get out, but
Yeah, no, he does, but
we will not be viewing it with our peepers.
Nope. It's also a very, very loud cutscene, so I'm happy to be skipping it.
It works out for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be trying to do a zoop cancel and then a little bit of a goat climb to get out of this next room.
I don't know why I wasn't pressing over.
And this saves quite a bit of time. Almost didn't unmerge. So like doing those two, we get out this right side.
First try, I'm pretty proud of that.
So there's a cutscene that plays once if you normally do that, the lever in the steam room.
The cutscene is like on our left now.
Yeah, the cutscene itself is like 20 or 30 seconds, maybe not that long. And then you drop down, and then there's this whole section that you'll kind of see once we drop down. And you basically just avoid the little flaming dust bunnies and try and stay alive. So instead, you just get out of bounds and hold right, and you're good to go. Just drop down.
Yeah.
It is a fun place to race your co-op partner if you're into that kind of thing.
That is, I am sad to skip that part. It is one of the fun parts. All right, here we go.
So you can kind of juggle the yarnies with zoop cancels, and there's a trigger for this cutscene that you can skip. It's really hard.
Yeah, we're not very consistent at it yet.
You have to go high and far enough to skip the trigger.
The good thing is it's free to try. So
yeah. And juggles in general aren't necessarily the quickest way to do things, and it's kind of difficult.
Juggles are probably my
Come on, game.
My least. Yeah, what's going on here?
Come on, game. There we go.
Criminy. All right. Okay. What?
Jesus Christ.
Panic.
All right.
Okay.
Good times.
All right. What?
I don't. Something's going weird with these controllers, right?
Okay, I was gonna say if it doesn't happen next,
climb?
we're goat climbing. Yeah. We're over though, right?
All right, no, we're not. Let's just do it again. No, don't. All right, we're good.
Are we?
It was just 3, yeah.
Are we good? Are we good? Mother of pearl. All right.
So that's how you do that.
That's how you do that. Yes, you'll see another glitched out red yarny down there by the side of the forklift, but it's another one we like to mess with at the end of the chapters. Yeah, that is chapter 5 done in the books, over with. Least favorite chapter behind us. On to chapter 6, which is another long one, but it has a couple of different sections in it, so I don't feel like it feels as long. And there's only 7 chapters, so 2 more to go here.
And then what you may have just seen is sometimes zoops and zoop cancels. I may have been trying to cancel her before she zooped to me. And
then me panicking.
Yeah, so
Co-op, everybody.
timing is the name of the game.
Timing is the name of the game.
For this run. Oh yeah, I guess we should be doing this.
I'm not gonna lie, my hands are pretty sweaty.
But
Yeah?
the nice thing is, even if you don't skip the puzzles, they're still pretty quick to get through.
Yeah. I'm in a very food-oriented universe, at least.
So yeah, we are into the forest. And eventually there will be a cutscene where you see like a truck full of logs fall over and knock over a
An electric fence?
yeah, and it catches the woods on fire. But we're gonna be doing one of the Zoop cutscene skips. So we'll just kind of go from a forest to a forest on fire. But
yes, we don't think that the kids started it. But they're gonna finish it.
yeah, a lot of flames in this one.
I don't know about chat, but I know I like food.
A lot of just running and jumping.
A lot of running and jump. There's the logs. The kids are definitely by the fence, but I don't know what happens to the truck to where the logs fall.
So yeah, this will be where we just zoop here, and it kind of skips the cutscene trigger, and so everything will start getting a lot warmer. Oh no! Nice.
Ay ay ay.
Smart. There's the flames.
I don't know if I'm just not jumping fully. Was it a short jump? I don't know. But I'm backpacking and wiping my sweaty hands.
Yeah, we found that usually when we separate for this part, one of us doesn't make it.
No. Also, because there are triggers, if one person is slightly ahead and then one of the little smoky things comes out and the person's slightly behind, it'll just kill the
Yeah,
enemy.
it kind of screws with the cycles.
Yeah.
So that can be a little bit of a pain to deal with.
This is another puzzle that we're just doing our own thing.
This is where we take ooh, I shouldn't jump.
Ooh, scary.
A tangle on purpose, but there's enough yarn to get us through.
It's a very small room, so no sweat there.
It's just kind of a way that we figured out how to do it.
Yeah, and you can still, if you're tangled, you can still drag yourself a pretty good ways.
Yeah. And sometimes you can untangle yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's not fast, but you can. It's faster than, well, at least for certain, it's usually faster to try and untangle yourself than redo a checkpoint.
Nothing too crazy.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah, pretty much the speedrun strat for this chapter is just stay alive.
Yeah, truly.
You may be talking the rest of the way. I think I'm losing my voice.
Yeah, geez, oh Pete's. Okay.
Apologies for not the greatest voice quality right now.
Oh, all grumbly. So this is the section of 6 where there's a lot of fire, and this is where staying alive is going to be our fastest strat. Because there's a lot of stuff. So here, these are coals. We can jump on them twice before we burn up. And that is something that we will be abusing by merging and unmerging, and taking 2 jumps each onto the coals. We can skip some sections with that trick.
Shouts to Pokewix. I think he was the one that found that you could merge and unmerge and stay alive.
Alright, quick P-swing, get us over there.
Nice.
That was nice. Okay. So
That is what we're going to be doing here for this quote-unquote log skip.
call this a hit.
We do it correctly.
I didn't zoop.
You don't get a whole lot of time, so it's not crazy precise, but if you are off a little bit, and this is where you got 2 people doing the right inputs, can sometimes be interesting.
Alright. So we made it though. Second try. Very, very happy with that. I'm okay with that.
Some fire feet.
Some fire feet, which is always a good little treat. I didn't jump. Okay, not a big deal.
Just find your own path around the rock.
Yep. Like 4 different ways to get around the rock, just...
At least in this category.
Yeah.
And then pretty decent cutscene skip coming up. Oh, you come up.
I didn't. I don't know why.
This is another big change from kind of the no major skips category.
Yes, this one here, the River Basin. We're doing G boost?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So that wall, that invisible wall is especially weird because it doesn't let you wall jump off of it until both Yarnies have like touched it. I don't know why. So we just kind of like flail around that wall until we get wall jumps.
Oh.
Death.
That might be a bad one. Yeah. So that's an example of when you get a bad checkpoint. If you kind of skip over, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
If you skip over a checkpoint,
Bad news.
and then die before you get to the next one.
You sound horrible, sweetheart.
Thank you.
See, we were able to untangle ourselves. That's a really common one for people to just reset their checkpoint real fast, but you can usually get yourself out.
Oh, thank you.
Scary. Scary. Okay. So also scary.
So shout outs to co-op partners that kind of pick up the slack and keep you from dying. They're appreciated.
Sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't.
So you get this really long running section. This is where in any percent you can do a fling to potentially get past this.
In the meantime, you get to see the woods on fire. And
Animals running for their lives.
yeah. This is a good song though, so more listening time.
Yeah, very good soundtrack throughout the whole run.
In the back, you see the children trying to open these barn doors, but they are locked. So, ooh, I'm nervous. All right.
So this is the last little bit of chapter 6.
Where?
Getting very hot in here.
Yeah, we're gonna try and help these kids get some horses out of this burning barn.
Staying up.
No. Okay.
A little bit of teamwork.
There we go.
Making the nightmares work.
Yeah.
Try not to die. You know. There's the horse.
And we're firefighters. Yeah.
Yeah, even if I would suggest this game just for the soundtrack alone.
Yeah.
When it goes on sale, it's usually on a pretty big sale. It's like 75% off, so.
Yeah, and it goes on sale pretty often, so throw it on the wish list if you would like.
And even if you don't have a co-op partner you can play it with, it's still pretty fun to do solo as well.
Yeah.
Either casually or as a speed run.
Both are fun.
Just like ASMR the rest of the run.
Yeah, yep.
So that was chapter 6.
You poor creature. All right. So we have the last level coming up. That is, we call it the rapids. In the beginning, you start off by going left pretty counterintuitively. And then after that, you have an inside section, which I like quite a bit. Some of the best puzzles in the game. And then you have the rapid section where you get a nice little double jump for the end of your game. And it's
the best puzzles that we completely skip.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a nice little like two-parter of a chapter.
It is.
And then the second part with the double jump ability. And it's all swinging, so you get to use, or we get to use partner swings. And they're really helpful.
Partner swings plus double jump equals
Yeah, it's awesome.
lots of distance. Good times.
And there's nothing to go out of bounds or skip, so you can use the partner swings and the extra zoops or extra jumps in any category.
I trust someone called Musical Daredevil to have good taste in music, so Musical Daredevil agrees that this is a good soundtrack. I love that.
I'd have to agree with you on that one.
Thank you. All right, so yeah, we're going left, which is a little bit weird. Okay, that's fine. Beep, beep, beep.
Very calming music in the background. You see the
Yes.
kids climbing up away from the little shadowy adults.
Yeah, you can see the adults inside of this like dammed up area.
Like water mill. That we're gonna get moving and grooving. Actually, I guess we're gonna skip all the puzzles that
Yeah.
get the water mill working.
Yeah, we're skipping them so if you ever want to play, we don't spoil it.
I think there's only one of like the 4 rooms where it's considered out of bounds. But come on. You know what? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stuck in the wall. You know.
Just do a little wall jump. Practice my wall jumps. Hopefully get this lever. No, I missed.
So annoying. I'm stuck on the right again.
Oh yeah. All right.
So this is the one spot where we do actually kind of go out of bounds.
Technically out of bounds.
So, this is a
I didn't zoop. Okay. Yay! Made it over. Good deal. And one of my favorite ones. This one's good fun because you can just keep on moving the whole time. Alright.
Oh, you got it.
One last goat climb here in the inside section. Make sure we get this checkpoint or else it might not go to the rapid section. I don't know why. Go on, Yarny, you can do it.
Hopefully with the good music.
Hopefully we get the good music. So we're either going to get the very cheerful, happy, beautiful, pleasant music or the post-rock.
So it's supposed to change music for this rapid section, but for some reason sometimes it doesn't. So it just keeps this kind of like sad post-rock stuff.
Which, yeah, usually the music changes and it's extremely hopeful and beautiful and emotional and it's so pleasant and
Very different vibe.
very, very different vibe. So if you ever reach chapter 7, then maybe that will be a little surprise for you because it is a really nice like soundscape for what you're doing here. So Rip is starting us off solo. This is not a time to be apart, let me tell you. You're moving way too quickly, you're swinging way too much to be apart, so this part is very strategic for us.
Surprisingly easy to tangle, even though there's not a whole lot around.
Yeah, there's a lot of open spaces, which is nice. We have no ceiling, so we can go pretty high. But I'm scared. All right. But then you have totally erratic zoops like that where you think like, oh yeah, point A to point B, pretty easy. No, it just like flings you all around and you just tangle on any little bit. All right. So I'm gonna come out now.
Recharge your double jump by either hitting the water or like touching a knot.
Out.
Or one of these like lightning bolt looking blue strings that acts as a knot. Oh.
Death.
Which luckily this one should put us right here.
It should. Okay, good. But yeah, we just skipped a nice little chunk of that. And we're gonna try it again.
So we're combining a kind of beefy partner swing and then just throwing that extra double jump.
Over the rock. That was good.
Nice grab.
All right, let's try another. Nice and high. Out. Try to get over the tree.
Close.
Just barely. And we'll do it again here. Why not? Basically, if we can.
Yeah.
We don't do it in the beginning, though, because it's extremely dangerous. Nice. That one's kind of tricky.
Yeah, because a lot of the rapids, there's a bunch of these spots where you can swing. So when you can, it's always best to swing as much as possible, and then kind of like the last knot that we get to is when we'll try and do a partner swing or wherever it makes sense to do it.
How does that happen? This we'll have to do. Hi. Out.
Nice.
Not dead. Okay.
So yeah, got about another 40 seconds or so of the run.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, one more partner swing to try here.
Yeah. Out.
That'll work.
So I'm using my double jump after he uses his.
Nice.
And so we can just get some beefy distance.
Yeah, and once we go off screen and it fades to black, it'll be time. So time will be coming up in about 5 or 10 seconds. It's the last little bit.
Oh, and it worked.
And that is
Time. Wonderful. Good, good, good fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ah, what good fun. Thank you.
Yep. Big shout out to Midwest Speed Fest. I'm gonna let you do the shout
Yes, yes. Huge shout outs to Midwest Speed Fest here. You guys have always been so kind and good to us personally and to everyone around. Also, I definitely want to remind everybody that if you are able to, donate, ! Donate in chat, Children's Cancer Research Fund. It's a great time of year to think about those gifts which we can give to other people, and I think that is something that if you're able to do, we would love to support. And thank you very much for everybody in chat, the hosts.
Some Sherlock.
Sherlock next. I've been looking forward to this run, so Puso is Sherlock next. Big Sherlock fan of anything, so good stuff. Thank you for myself, and I will say on behalf of Rip here, we're gonna get him some tea.